Hello friends, welcome to my video. Today I would like to speak about a topic that is very current. That theme is change, confusion, violence, fear, war, and all that we face these days. I would like to support you in this way and help you to understand them, perhaps a little, and above all to help you survive as comfortably as possible. Unfortunately, the current situation is troubling us all and brings uneasiness into our daily lives. As you will understand during my narration, here too there is room for personal development and the possibility of influencing one's own life, and thus also the lives of others for the better. Maybe together we will be able to start our new, better future. Something is happening. We all feel it. We probably all manage the current social situation with more or less difficulty. Surely you are all tired of the situation in the world. We all feel omnipresent aggression, nervousness, despair, irritability, and worry. What is happening? Why does it look like this? Where is it all going? When it will end? How to handle the current situation? How to help the successful end of this crazy period? And last but not least, how to survive it all? We will look at all this together. I would like to help you all cope with the current challenging days and give you some tips on how to get through these days with the least possible damage. You must be worried about the current world situation. Wars, natural disasters, whether truly nature or man-made, government regulation, suppressing people's freedom, lying, withholding information, hunting down people with different opinions, strange diseases, fighting for raw materials, politicians whose expressions are below the level of a 6-year-old child. And the list of everything that is happening now doesn't even end. Perhaps we have all noticed how our perception of time has shifted, and suddenly we feel that time is also flowing faster than before. We have frequent headaches and other body pains. We have a lack of energy, health complications. We are sensitive to weather changes. People are dying in greater number than was usual until now. There is a huge gap between the awakened people and those who believe, or want to believe, what the ruling regime dictates to them. We can feel the pressure building, which is guaranteed to bang. Just crazy. We are in a period of enormous change. Change on all levels of our being without exception. This world as we know it is currently being transformed into a completely different form. This period of change is and will be really challenging and often very dangerous. The very change we are going through is very demanding in itself. But there are also very evil associations of ruling elites and dark energies who make this change difficult and try to delay it as much as possible. So they worsen the very process of change. We are going through a period where a huge number of cycles are closing at once. According to the Mayan calendar, Chinese astrology, Western astrology, numerology, the development cycles of the planet, and our entire solar system. But there is also the fall of dysfunctional system, whether economic, social grouping, ruling structures, and their dysfunctional strategies, unhealthy mentality, but also natural ecosystems. There were in the past natural disasters, wars, economic crises, government collapses. Yes, but never all at once. Previously, these changes came separated from each other by larger periods of time and in different areas of the world. Now we have it all here at once and everyone. According to a large number of scientific studies, we will face global climate change. According to some models, very drastic. According to scientists, some habitable parts of the planet are even supposed to change to uninhabitable and vice versa. There are going to be great extremes in the landscape, like extreme drought and, in some places, extreme rain. If you noticed, this is already visible. We will see how realistic the scientists' predictions will be and what really awaits us. However, the changes will also affect social structures. I am not even talking about the bursting of a huge debt bubble, the expected fall of the dollar, the collapse of large multinational communities, predicted energy crisis, and so on. Our excessive consumption, reckless production, and the idol that was the constant increase of profit at the expense of nature will catch up with us. But it is not just about changing the climate and entire societal and governmental structures around the world. But we will also have to face our own character traits. We will also face our own demons within ourselves. There was enough of the selfishness, harming others, arrogance, envy, and similar qualities. Apparently, we will get a huge lesson in humility. We are entering a completely new era that has no parallels on this planet. But in order for something new to be born, something old must die, and we probably can't even imagine what we will have to go through. Certainly, we are in for the greatest school that humanity has ever received. We really have a lot to learn. All the points I really go through briefly. If you would like to learn more about individual points, I am preparing similar videos for you that will go deeper. I will cover each topic in more detail. You can find all these videos on my paid channel on Hero Hero. You can find a link to my channel below the video. I will be happy if you join. You will not only support my activity, but you will be in the company of like-minded people. We are heading towards a new reality together. What reality awaits us? Honestly, nobody knows that. Nothing like this has ever happened in the known history of this planet. So we can only guess what will happen. There are a lot of theories about what could happen. People made a lot of different models of the future, from the most catastrophic to those where a utopian, rich and peaceful society awaits us. Many seers from Nostradamus to Baba Vanga do not predict anything good for Europe and North America. Natural disasters, famine, the Islamization of Europe, wars, the possible involvement of atomic weapons. Of course, this is also confirmed by the estimates of the most intelligent scientists and professors. But prophecies and predictions are only where humanity can go. How we behave in the end is up to us. If we learn, we can influence our future and prepare a far better future than what was prophesied to us. Prophecies are just a reminder of where we are headed with our actions. We always have a choice, and can change our future by our actions. So how will humanity behave? And the leaders? My advice: prepare for the worst, expect the best. Can this change be prevented? No. Although the ruling elite tries to prevent these changes, in vain. All their efforts cannot reverse the changes that await us. They try, they make dramas, wars, natural disasters, create diseases, liquidate individuals and states, but despite all their efforts, their world ruling collapses like a house of cards. The old pyramidal world ruling is ending, and we will gradually transition to a new networked world management. But it will take some time, and a lot of tears and blood will be shed before everything calms down and hopefully gets better. Unfortunately, every new life is born in pain, and this will be no different. How long will all this take? Again, no one knows. According to Western astrology, numerology, and Chinese astrology, the biggest changes should take place during these 2 years. It means in the already ending year 2024 and 2025. From 2026, we enter new cycles and a new reality. We don't yet know what the reality will be. However, how long it will take for the new system to start up and be functional so that our lives are calm, comfortable, and we feel safe again is in the stars. Even a rough sea takes a while to calm down, and this storm is going to be really big. As my dad says, if it all suddenly changed for the better now, no one would appreciate it. And he's absolutely right. Unfortunately, humanity can only learn from its mistakes when it gets slapped hard. It is said that from 2032 we will live in a completely different reality. We'll see. We can only hope, but also work on it. Don't forget that we can influence every future. We can all influence it in some way. We don't just have to be the head of state to have the power to improve our future. We are currently in a time when only we can shape our future. It is the only time in human history on this planet when we have everything in our own hands. We got everything to improve our life here. What we do about it is up to us. So, what to do? How to help change and how to survive? And that's why I prepared this video for you. My videos are mainly about personal development and esotericism and energies. So let's look at this issue through this lens. So then, what can we do? We all ask that. We are all suffering from the current societal situation and we don't know what to do. We would like this madness to end as soon as possible, with as few losses as possible. How to deal with all this? How to help these changes in their implementation? How to facilitate their passage? The first and very important step is to stop watching the news. I haven't seen the news in more than 20 years and I haven't missed a thing. Everything important will find its way to you. You can watch what you are really interested in yourself and you don't have to look at the ballast that doesn't interest you. It will also make you seek information and form your own opinion. After all, you don't need to have everything on a golden platter, including forming of your own opinion, what you should think and how it should make you feel. Take responsibility for your life and don't put it in someone else's hands. Feelings. Since I have already bitten this world, let's devote a little time to it. Those who are familiar with the law of attraction or resonance, or how vibrations work, will know what I mean. The feelings you have create the situations you attract into your life. They are the strongest magnet. When you feel happy and content, you attract situations that confirm your inner alignment. If you are angry, you will usually attract people with whom you quarrel. Am I right? You must have experienced it. If you spill your coffee in the morning and convince yourself internally that today is an unlucky day, experiences and people will come your way throughout the day and will only confirm this internal setting. And how do you feel when you watch the news? What are your feelings? Although they try to soften the impact with the last reportage where they show newly born cute baby goats, that hour and a half of horrors and the worst disasters from around the world stays with you. Every day they only strengthen the fear in you of what is happening around us. And I prefer to keep quiet about whether what they say is really true. The news is no longer a source of relevant information, but a purposeful carrier of negative energy. There are almost 8 billion people on this planet. And what if only 3 billion people in the world watch the news like this? What if every day in the world 3 billion people walk away from the screen in the evening, convinced of how terrible this world is? Most people don't have to be like that either. It is enough for their conviction to be strong enough and strong emotions associated with it. What then do we create collectively? Have you ever heard the phrase, where attention goes, energy flows? Get out of this circle that does no one any good. Well, except for a few owners of the world's media. When you are brave enough to step out of this mental addiction to bad feelings, you will realize that it is Thursday, the sun is shining outside, and the world is actually quite a beautiful place. How do you feel about it? And what would it look like if 3 billion people in the world did it this way? You argue, but they won't. Yes, you may be right, but you are responsible for your own life. You begin to create your positive life. You will begin to attract better experiences and realities into your life. Who knows? Maybe you will motivate other people to join you by your example. And don't worry, you are not alone. There are a huge number of us, and there are more and more of us. Active participation in changes. One of the causes of our depression about the present state is that we don't know what to do about it. The helplessness. We would like to contribute to these changes in some way, but we don't know how. It is beautiful that there are many changes taking place on a level that is invisible to us, but many of us feel the need to do something on a material level as well, and even that needs to be done too. Think about how you yourself could contribute to this change. We all have some characteristics and strengths. Few of us have the temperament to lead our nation to a coup, but if you are one of them, go for it. We will be happy to follow you and support you. However, if you don't have such strong leadership skills, then join those who do. Participate in meetings and events that resonate with your opinion and desire. Share your opinion, but also don't forget to listen to others. This time is full of veils and hidden truth. With the deepest humility, let us realize that we have been lied for thousands of years and we really do not know everything. We could say we know nothing. We are waking up. So don't forget to keep educating yourself and finding out information. Communicate with others. Be constantly interested in what is happening around you. Don't be lied to, but seek the truth. Sometimes you don't have to change anything. Sometimes you just have to stop doing something or limit it. What do you dislike about the current situation? Which institutions hurt you more than they help you? What else do you not want? I don't mean you stop paying taxes, loan payments, or stop going to work. You won't help anything by destroying your life like this. Even small steps can go a long way. Do you mind how banks behave? So, for example, stop using their services and humble yourself and don't take out loans and pay in cash. Does health care bother you? So look for alternative treatment options. Of course, with regard to your health. Do you mind the current situation in the energy sector? So think about how to limit energy consumption or where to get it so that you are not dependent on public energy. Connect and share. The basic credo of the people ruling this world was divide and rule. And they got away with it for thousands of years. They are constantly trying to divide us. They are pitting us against each other. They look for differences between us and thus try to create hate between us. Women, men, religions, skin colors, salary levels, statuses, education, age, nations, nationalities. They still give us reasons to quarrel and divide. Why? Have you ever heard that unity is strength? Do it. Connect. Look for what unites us. Look for what we have in common. Open your heart and connect with other people. Who do you feel comfortable with? What can that person enrich your life and you his? What can you help with? What can you do for each other? Don't put your energy into what divides us, but into what unites us. Deepen your relationships with family or close friends with whom you feel comfortable. These are your closest guides through this incarnation. Give each other the opportunity to get to know each other better. Spend time together. Engage in joint activities. Make beautiful memories together. The outside world tries to be more important and more urgent, and in the eternal carousel of daily responsibilities, we have neither time nor energy to devote ourselves to others. It's a huge shame. Let's try to change that. It is clear that we will never get along with everyone, but we can always at least try to have some kind of respectable mutual coexistence with those who are otherwise distant from us. We most often meet such people at work, in offices, in transport, but also in the family. Here we have to get along with people with whom we would not otherwise exchange a word. When I was growing up, I was always told, don't do others what you don't want them to do to you. So if you are forced to be in the company of people who are otherwise distant or unpleasant to you, at least do not harm each other. Respect each other and see how you will all be better off. On the other hand, don't be afraid to let people out of your life who hurt you in some way, use you, are mean to you, and so on. You don't need this. If possible, detox your life from such people. No, it's not selfish. It's healthy. Learn to respect yourself enough to cut people out of your life who are just taking advantage of you, draining you of energy, maybe even money, and causing you misery. In this way, you will make room for people who will respect you and support you, bring you joy and positive energy into your life. Stop and evaluate your priorities. Indeed, this is not just a common phrase. This is what, when you fully realize, you will not need any other guides. Sit back and think about your life. The simplest rule in the world is start spending more time on what makes you happy and limit what doesn't bring you joy. Everything else is just unnecessary complication or excuses. There are things and activities that we have to do, but we still have a lot of things left that we do unnecessarily complicate our lives and waste our time. We have more power over our lives than we think. It's time to take responsibility for your life and not just keep making excuses why something is not possible. Look for solutions, not excuses. We can all find an hour a day in our lives to do what we enjoy and to make us happy. Work on yourself. The previous points would be nothing without mastering this point. All the points I make here are connected. They build on each other. One supports the other. This is what is fully in your hands. I will help you with this point. When you heal yourself, you heal a part of this world. And it's not only a small part. Don't be mistaken. But we all have to start from ourselves. I know how easy it is to point at others and say where they make mistakes, what they should correct, what they should change about themselves. Who wants to work on themselves? Honestly, no one. It is the hardest and least pleasant work, and no one wants to do it. We all usually only make the absolutely necessary changes to ourselves only after external circumstances have forced us to do so. Nobody wants to change voluntarily. This is the time when it is most needed, and it will also benefit the development of changes the most. How? We direct most of our attention and thus also our energy outward, to the outside world and our surroundings. Do the opposite. Look for the place where you won't be disturbed too much by surroundings, noises, and draw all your energy into yourself. Just ignore the whole world and perceive only yourself. Your body, your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, your pain, your unhealed wounds. Stop cleaning the world and clean your home, your body and your soul. Stop giving your attention to all the confusion and all the drama outside of you and shift your attention to yourself. Finally, start taking care of yourself on all levels of your being. Take care of your body and listen to it. What do you eat? How do you move your body? How do you take care of your body? What thoughts are running through your head? What do you think about most often? You don't have it solved in yourself. We can't control many things, but if we process them inside ourselves, they stop annoying us. Everything is just a point of view. Meditate. Calm your thoughts. No. Excuses like I don't have time, or I don't have money, or I don't have space for it don't apply here. Everyone can find few minutes a day. It only takes 5 minutes several times a day to calm yourself, your emotions, and your breath. You will see the peace it brings to your soul. You can devote the energy that you refused to devote to the surrounding external world to your spiritual path. What spiritual path has always attracted you? What does your soul really desire? This also applies to your hobbies. Why do you only do what you don't enjoy all your life? By not looking at the news, I saved you about an hour and a half of time every day. How about devoting it to something you enjoy? Paint, draw, sing, make ceramics, play the piano, run, tend to your garden. Let's try something. Give me a moment of your time. Let's do a little short meditations together. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take deep breath. And exhale. Relax. Deep inhale. And exhale again. Imagine yourself. Feel and imagine yourself. How do you feel when you take a moment for yourself every day? Imagine what kind of person you are when you regularly attend to yourself. You regularly meditate. You devote a few hours a week to your hobby. You eat healthy. You exercise regularly. How do you feel? Imagine how you feel when you have healed all the traumas you have been carrying around. Live and breathe the feeling. Imagine that they got rid of what weighed you down the most. How do you feel? How much energy do you have? How happy do you feel? You are so light now, aren't you? So now go back to the present. Inhale and exhale. And slowly open your eyes. Now tell me something. If you wanted to change the world, who would do it? The person you were before this short meditation, or the person you were during the meditation? What kind of world would you create as the person you were in meditation? You can't save someone if you are drawing. Did you understand why working on yourself is so important? It's not about selfishness. When your eyes were closed, you felt a lot of feelings, but not that you were selfish. Feel yourself and let yourself to be guided. Wherever you are in your life right now, learn to regularly stop and feel yourself and your feelings. They will guide you to what benefits you and what you need. Gradually reveal yourself. Gradually heal yourself internally. And it also helps you to connect with like-minded people. You can attend seminars, workshops, clubs, or watch my videos. Let's share with each other what we have discovered in ourselves and or what we need help with. You are now people who have taken responsibility for your life and are trying to improve it, not only to yourself but also to others. Find your connection with nature again. Many of us have been carried away by technology so strongly that we have completely disconnected not only from ourselves and our families, but also from nature. It doesn't really matter how many followers you have on Facebook. You are still part of the ecosystem of this planet. The more you try to disconnect from this reality, the worse affects you. Not only your body suffers, but also your soul and psyche. No, you don't have to move to the middle of the forest. Nature is all around us. Even in the most industrialized city, there is still air to breathe, although possibly of poor quality, but that air surrounds us all. There aren't many places on planet Earth where the sun doesn't shine or where you don't have solid ground under your feet. You really have a bonus if you can also see the stars and the moon through the street lights at night. When you open your eyes and heart, you will see and feel the beauty that surrounds us. Suddenly, you start to notice more and more messengers of nature. You will stop feeling so pushed by the over-technological world and feel the pleasant peace that nature brings. Wherever you are, you can connect to nature. If you can, go for a walk in the park or in the forest. No headphones, no internet, just put it all aside for a moment and look around. Breathe in, feel the sun's rays, listen to the rustling of leaves and the singing of birds. Look at the beauty of the flowers around you and the hard work of bees. If you still have a pet at home, you are under a flood of love. Consciously attend to him. Play together, cuddle, go for walks, give him your time, conscious time. Then no matter what happens in this world, a part of that natural energy and well-being will always remain in your soul. You will be filled with the wisdom and peace of nature that the artificial external chaos tries to deprive us of. Positive visions of the future. Until now, we have actually focused more on healing our past and our present. If we heal just these parts of our lives, we will make a huge contribution to the development of the whole society for the better. You probably never thought about how much power you have within yourself. Many of you don't even realize how much power you only have over your life. You don't have to be just a victim of circumstances. You can become the creator of your life. We already talked about the power of feelings once today. Let's follow up on that. We used to say that feelings are the strongest magnets that can attract what resonates with them. Quantum physics even confirms it today. But don't look for anything complicated in it. Basically, we all use it unconsciously all the time. It's not a function that can be turned off or uninstalled. But let's try to control it consciously for once. And how to do it? You can actually work on it whenever you have a moment of peace. Relax, calm your body and your mind, and imagine how you would feel the healed world. We all imagine something different under it, but it's okay. Our world is as diverse as we humans are. You don't have to guess how we got to this state. The most effective is the feeling you have. What is it like when the world is a beautiful place to live? Full of love, well-being, support, safety, peace. You can also support all your feelings with your 5 other senses. It will be the more powerful experience for you, but also a program that you will pass on to the collective consciousness of humanity. Imagine that you are in the most beautiful place on our planet. Where are you? And what does the surroundings look like? Is there a beautiful clean nature full of sun? Or is it slightly overcast? Are you at the foot of a mountain or in a forest? Imagine anything you perceive in this perfect world with your touch. Imagine reaching for grass, sand by the sea, a rock, a tree. And what smells so good there? So is it a blossoming meadow, wet earth after rain, or fresh sea air? And what do you hear? Is it birdsong? Is it a child's laugh? Or soft whisper of the wind? What about taste? Did you find a raspberry bush or maybe a blueberry? A tree with huge sweet apples? Taste it. How sweet are they? Growing in pure nature. Even if your imagination doesn't take you farther than the balcony of your block of flats, it's still okay. Are you feeling okay? Then it's okay. There is not only one truth. We all have a different world. The only important thing is that our personal world is in order and we are happy there. With these images, you will not only heal the world, but also yourself and your life. You'll attract happier circumstances into your life as well, and you'll start to feel better too. You can jump into these dreams of a better earth whenever or wherever you have a moment of time. These images before bed are most effective, because after you fall asleep, your subconscious will also be working on that all night. And again, our 3 billion people. I gave this number only as an example, but if 8 billion people did it, that would be energy. In conclusion, whatever is happening on this planet right now, take it as a cleansing process. You could directly say that it is a quantum leap that we are about to take. No one knows exactly how it will turn out and what will happen to make it good. Nothing like this has happened yet that we know of. Be glad you can be there and watch it. Trust the process of the change. Detach yourself from all the crowd drama. Don't give them your energy anymore. They are nothing without your energy. However, do not forget about mutual help and support. Cooperation and belonging are the patterns that will carry us into a new, better time. Find peace, love, and tranquility within yourself and stop looking for it outside. Find a balance in yourself between the spiritual and physical. Time spent with the people around you and yourself in peace. Work and what you enjoy. When you find balance, you will find stability. Everything is in you. Become the person you would like to be in the new world and create your new dream world now. Soon we will all meet together in it. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed this video, please like or subscribe so you don't miss another video. As I said before, I will discuss each topic mentioned here in more detail on my paid channel on Hero Hero. You can find the link below the video. Here you will also find links to some of my other projects. One of my other projects is to paint pictures. Take a look, maybe you will like one of them. Links again below the video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Your Evangelina.